Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again with another episode of Mission Maracana, and as always, we start the episode by opening the reward packs from the previous game. Now we won our round of 16 game, so we award ourselves one 5k pack for getting through that particular stage. If we win the quarterfinal coming up next, then we'll be able to open two. But we actually get a decent pack. Javier Mascherano is a good player that can slot into to the South American team when we go back to it. Mario Gomez, perhaps a bit of rotation player, but not necessarily better than anything we've got with Olic and Dzeko being the two men that we have up top. But this is the team we're going into the quarterfinal with. It's effectively the same team that we used in the round of 16, although I've rotated out Tony Cruz and put the upgraded man of the match Candreva in there instead. But again, we come up against a team that is Germany. As you can see on the right hand side and now in front of you, 86 rated overall. He's got Falcao, Di Maria, upgraded man of the match Sanchez, Lionel Messi, Luis Gustavo, Ramirez, Maicon Dante, Thiago Silva, Marcelo and Julio Cesar, quite possibly the strongest side we've ever faced. And then just 5 minutes in, he took Falcao off and brought Cristiano Ronaldo on. So he's got the world's best players all on the pitch at the same time. The only player you might say is left missing, perhaps Ribery or Eden Hazard. But we're on the front foot, in fact, in the opening stages, and actually we're going to make a breakthrough. It's a really, really AIDSy goal. And I'll show you a couple of replays of that before we move on to the next clip, because this guy was going mental in the background. He was actually French. Not too sure why he chose Germany as the favoured side. We obviously chose Brazil because we're doing Mission Maracana. It's related to Brazil, but the guy was actually French, squaring as much as he possibly could and screaming his head off through his connect. But we'll show the replay, obviously deflects off Dante's face. And actually it's not Dante's, it's Thiago Silva. The goalkeeper dives out of the way, goes back to get there, and then there's an absolute mix-up between the goalkeeper and the defender. And it's almost, well, it is in slow motion here, and you can almost hear Thiago Silva and or Julio Cesar as the ball gets here just going no, and then they mess it up and it goes into the back of the net. So we take an 81-0 lead, and I was quite chuffed with that, to be completely honest, against a side of this strength. Andre Schürrle pushing down the left-hand side as we move towards the half-hour mark. Lovely threaded through ball in front of Candreva, and a wonderful finish across the goalkeeper into the bottom corner. Gives us a 2-0 lead after just 30 minutes, and we're in the commanding seat for pushing on into this semi-final. But first half stoppage time, he's coming back at me. Man of the match, Sanchez squares the ball in. We think we've got it clear initially. Falls to Ronaldo on the edge of the box, has the shot, hits the post, and then there's a bit of aids the other end of the pitch, and this time we're on the receiving end of a bullshit goal. And unfortunately, this seems to be the pattern of play for this entire game mode. There's so much aids in it. Lloris somehow isn't able to receive that or claim it in, and then he decides to bring on Franck Ribery anyway as we start in the second half. I changed Olic and Dembele, so effectively the only player he hasn't got or brought on really that you'd say is a massive threat is Eden Hazard. But we did in fact manage to win the game 2-1. We held up for the rest of the second half despite the introduction of Franck Ribery, and we will progress through to the semi-finals. So of course, after progressing through the quarterfinals, we opened two 5k packs to reward ourselves, and actually in the first guaranteed one player pack we actually get a very, very good player. Santi Cazorla will go straight into the first team. I don't have a CM to Cam position change card, unfortunately, but I will put him into the Cam role and he can play in there in place of Candreva just for this next game. And in fact, in the first 5k pack, we actually pull man of the match Sanchez ourselves. Or the upgraded, at least, Sanchez with the updated stats. 90 pace, 88 shot, 89 dribbling and 80 passing. Fantastic player. Will most definitely go into the starting lineup with the South America team. And I may even be cheeky and put him on the bench for this European side and bring him on so that he gets full chem. In the second pack, we actually pull Lucas Leiva, which is a decent pull. Not the best, but perhaps he can sit alongside Javier Mascherano in that South American side. But we're concentrating on the European team. Nothing else to note in that particular group. So we're going to push into the next game. A few players starting for the first time. As you can see, there's is it Verena on the right hand side, the Portuguese winger? I think it's Verena. Vilhena is the midfielder, isn't he, the centre mid? But then of course Santi Cazorla's playing at Cam. But we come up against a strong side, not the strongest, but a full chem. He's got Mario Balotelli, Danny Welbeck, Nikita Jelavic up top with Adam Lallana sat in the hole with Selihovic, the Bosnian right mid there, and Mario Suarez and Leon Osman holding. I think he's got Mohamed Saka Sacco at the back as well. But he's actually going to catch me on the counter-attack here after we had the chance at one end. He's going to race up the other way, plays a lob through ball, and somehow Ogbonna, after having 5 yards on Nikita Jelavic, gets caught the wrong side of the man, and Nikita runs away and smashes the ball into the back of the net. I was fuming at my backline there. There was no way he should have been able to get all the way through to score that goal. But regardless, we went in at half-time with the score 1-0. We were hoping to improve, because you'll be able to see from the stats, it was a pretty even first half. We had more of the ball, same amount of chances, and actually we were more accurate than he was with those chances. So we were hoping to improve second half just after the hour mark. In fact, we win a penalty there. Santi Cazorla, on his debut, having the impacts we wanted him to, just managed to turn inside the defender. Sacco stuck a leg out and he just clipped his heel, as you can see, just there, clips the heel of his forward leg, and does in fact bring him down. Santi actually turned outside the box there, so we were perhaps lucky that it happened just the right side of the line. But Leighton Baines is on the pitch at left back, and he most definitely is going to be taking the penalty. 92 penalty accuracy, you can see in the top right. Fantastic dead ball stats for Leighton, and he's going to take it. We're going to go top right, and the ball goes into the back of the net. Goalkeeper goes the wrong way. We are back on level terms in the 64th minute. So of course, straight from kickoff, you know exactly what's going to happen. He's going to try and KSI me. PK, I tried to read it, took my man back, and then more aids. I don't know what the goalkeeper was doing. Perhaps it was my fault for getting the defender in the way. I'm not entirely too sure. Would have thought either the defender or the goalkeeper would have got to that. But unfortunately, we went immediately 2-1, down again just 60 seconds after getting ourselves back in the game. But just 120 seconds after that, 2 minutes later, we're back on the attack again. Verena on the right-hand side. Lovely through ball to El Shaarawy, cutting in from the left-hand side onto his right foot, and that is a fantastic first-time finish. I'll show you the replay so you can see the angle from behind the goal, because he hits this in the exact place that it needed to go. It gets it to curl away from the goalkeeper as well. Great first-time hit, and it bends away towards the bottom corner. We get ourselves back on level terms at 2-2. So it was next goal wins effectively, and we're on the attack. But unfortunately, Olic's turn gets the ball into Marquisio, but he can't get the shot away. And that was meant to be a cross, but in fact, he went straight to the goalkeeper. He was going to catch me on the counter-attack himself. Danny Welbeck is going to race forward, play the ball through to Mario Balotelli. He's obviously going to try and do a 1-2 lob through ball, because that's what everyone tries to do. And he does get the ball there, and then that's a terrible attempt as a tackle from Inigo Martinez. I've absolutely no idea. We had the same issue in the Capital One Cup final video that you would have seen earlier on today in the Chelsea career mode. I pressed tackle with the defender, and rather than just going for the ball, they tackle behind the man. And in the end, it's cost us our run in the tournament. We lose at the semi-final 3-2. We do get a 3,000 coin bonus and a World Cup match pack, but that's only really counts as a guaranteed one player pack. It doesn't actually give us a 5k pack, or at least it didn't in this instance. Even if it was meant to, it didn't. So we're only going to have one guaranteed player pack, and we're back to the group stage, unfortunately, for the next time around. But we'll keep going with this European side. We're still playing some very, very good football, and hopefully we can win our second World Cup sooner rather than later. But that's going to bring this game, or this episode rather, to a close. Thank you very much for watching. I will, of course, leave links as an annotation in the bottom left to the previous video in this series if you want to check that out, and there'll be links in the description and the top right of the screen to subscribe if you haven't already, so make sure you don't miss out on any of this series, the Chelsea career mode or the My Player as well. Of course, there was an episode of both of those uploaded yesterday, and that's all. Thank you very much for watching. Leave the video a like if you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.